Ladies and gentlemen, last night at the Super Bowl, the MAGA movement just ended Taylor Swift's career. And no, I'm not joking. Now, there were around 76,000 people inside of the Super Bowl arena last night, so let's take a look at how they all reacted when Taylor Swift was put up on the big screen TV. So yeah, every single person was booing. And also, did you see what she said? You could see her say, "What is going on?" Well, I'll tell you what. As many of you may remember, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris during the recent 2024 presidential election. In fact, as a reminder, here's exactly what she had to say about that. "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes that I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos." So yeah, that is why MAGA voters don't like Taylor Swift. Because she endorsed Kamala Harris and encouraged other people to vote for Kamala Harris as well, the woman that would have pretty much destroyed this country had she been elected. Thank God that didn't happen. And now, before we move on, guys, I want to say real quick, if you enjoyed the videos and if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help a lot with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. But okay, you guys know who else attended the Super Bowl? That's right, President Trump. In fact, here's the crowd's reaction when he was put up on the big screen. You see that? That is a man who is loved by his country. And you can tell, I mean, he's going onto the field, he's shaking people's hands, he's taking photographs, the crowd is giving him standing ovations. People love President Trump because he's actually following through with everything that he said he would do. But now, of course, in typical Donald Trump fashion, he had to make a little bit of a joke about Taylor Swift. So he took to Truth Social to post, "The only one who had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving." And hey, like we said earlier, Taylor Swift did every single thing she possibly could to help get Kamala Harris elected. And if that had worked, this country would be over, seriously. So yeah, no wonder people don't like Taylor Swift. In fact, now she's pretty much become a laughingstock and everyone is just making fun of her, making jokes about her like this one. "Breaking news, Taylor Swift was just spotted heading down to the field to try to get the Chiefs back in the game, with her private jet just crashed into the audience." So yeah, people have had enough of Taylor Swift and all of her progressive hypocrisy. But also, speaking of things we're all a little bit sick of, take a look at this. Yeah, that was a pro-Palestine protester trying to hijack the field during the halftime show. And like I said a moment ago, people are just sick of this stuff, especially during sporting events, which is where people go to sort of get away from politics. I mean, hey, I operate a political YouTube channel, and even I understand that sometimes you just want to take a break from the crazy stuff that's going on around the world, and so that is what football is for. But okay, now there's something else I want you guys to see. Just yesterday, the great folks over at CNN got a hold of Trump's new approval ratings. Take a look at this.
And you know what? The average of the polls also has him on the positive side of the ledger. All right, let's take a look. Trump's net approval rating on February 9th. Look at this. In 2025, he's at plus 4 points. Look where he was in 2017, his first term at this point. He was at minus 5 points, so he's doing nearly 10 points better on the average. And more than that, as I mentioned, it's not just the CBS News poll. It's the Ipsos poll. It's the Gallup poll. It's the Pew poll. All of these polls have him in better shape than those respective polls had him at this point back in 2017. So the bottom line is, no matter where you look, Donald Trump is more popular than he was 8 years ago at this point in his first term, and he's on the positive side of the ledger versus the negative side of the 0-point line as he was back in 2017.
And how rare is it that Trump's in this positive territory when it comes to his approval rating?
Yeah, you know, I remember Donald Trump's first term, and it just seemed every single day Donald Trump was in the negative territory. And it turns out it was pretty much every single day of his first term. positive net approval rating for Donald Trump, again, using the aggregate of the polls. Look at this. In his entire first term, just 11 days was he on the positive side of the ledger. Compare that so far, every single day, all 20 days so far, he has been on the positive side of the ledger. So he has nearly doubled up the number of days in which he has a positive net approval rating from his first term. And we're only 20 days in. Every single day, Donald Trump has been in positive territory compared to just 11 days during his first term. The bottom line is, no matter which poll you look at, no matter what way you look at it, simply put, Americans like the job that Donald Trump is doing significantly more this time around than they did in his first term, when he just had 11 days in which he had a positive net approval rating compared to already nearly 3 weeks so far, Jessica.
That is pretty incredible to compare those two. So break this down then. Why do you have any idea why more Americans are approving of his job, of the way he's doing his job this time around?
Yeah, of course, Donald Trump won the 2016 election. He won the 2024 election. But when you went into his first term, there were a lot of folks who simply put did not think that Donald Trump was doing what he promised. Back in April of 2017, it was just 46%. Compare that to 70% so far. So a big reason why Donald Trump is significantly more popular now than he was at this point in his first term is because, simply put, the American people believe he is fulfilling his campaign promises in a way that they did not believe he was doing, believed he was getting off on the wrong track back in 2017. They believe he's following his campaign promises this time around.
So pretty much by every single metric, President Trump is doing a great job so far. And guess what? The people, that's us, we are loving it. In fact, right now, President Trump's approval ratings nationwide are 53%. And by the way, those are his highest approval ratings ever. But hey, also keep in mind, all of these numbers came from a recent survey from CBS. And if you all remember, it was CBS that edited Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview in an effort to swing the 2024 presidential election. So between you and me, I would imagine that Trump's current approval ratings are actually much higher than 53%. And by the way, Donald Trump right now is actually following through with a $20 billion lawsuit against CBS for what they did with that 60 Minutes interview. And so, hey, between you and me, I hope he wins. Because, hey, it's about freaking time that these left-wing media propaganda outlets start paying for all of the lies that they spread. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I've got for you with this one today. Really, people are just sick of all the progressive virtue signaling and all of the sanctimonious bullcrap. It's time to make America great again, and you can either get on board with that or get out of the way. But hey, that's going to be a wrap for this one. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down below in the comments. Please like the video if you liked the video. Hey, consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said earlier, it really does help a lot with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And of course, as always, stay safe.